All right, morning to you, Brian. All right, good morning to all of you here. All right, today is the 10th of December. It's Friday. Yes, indeed, it's one of my favorite days. But of course, tomorrow I have basic class, so okay. All right, anyway, brace yourself, okay? Earn more from the market as our chicken rice is going to cost more, all right? Now, this is not, again, something that I created out of nowhere. I get it from our very own Straits Times, okay? So the last time when I talked about the one-time meat price will go higher. And then when I talk about this, people was laughing away and said that, hey, Kel, you're being ridiculous. One-time meat, $5. It cannot be happening and stuff. But today, we are seeing that $4, $5, yes, and all the heartland areas. Well, you should know by now, first of all, they charge us 30 cents because of the plastic container. But then again, now all the prices going up. Anything you order right now, you can see it's already up by 50 cents to $1. All right, so what is happening? Of course, look at the picture, right? Now, the thing is this, China is definitely having a bit more problem with their, what they call their supply chain itself, okay? And it's costing more for China. So that's why people in China itself is feeling the heat, because why? The pay didn't really goes up. Okay, the stock market is at the lower end, and obviously it's all right, and you don't have cryptocurrency to trade along with it. So now the cost of living is increasing. So everything itself is really hitting the Chinese in China. All right, and of course, the current Omicron virus is spreading to more and more countries. And of course, costing like energy prices is recovering, is going up again. So all these things are going to come in today. And today itself is CPI data. And of course, the CPI data is going to be highly watched, because if the market is going beyond 0.6%, this will definitely stamp a confirmation that on the 14th to 15th of December, Jerome Powell and friends were going to basically taper at $30 billion. Okay, so at the moment now, there's still some lingering thoughts that it may be lesser. But I tell you this, it's not possible at all, yeah? So let's just talk more in detail very shortly. Now, once again, good morning to all of you. Morning to you, Eric. Morning to you, Dennis. Okay. Now, do note, once again, disclaimer apply as usual. My job is to share stuff with you. Your job is to make your market arrangement, yeah? Okay, so trade with care, okay? Trade with care. Now, this is the first joke of the day itself, right? Now, some people now is asking, can I have Bitcoin for Christmas? So no longer people want books, no longer people want anything else, they just want Bitcoin. Why? Because why? It appreciates. So recently I realized that more and more younger generation are looking to do more into coins, tokens, and we're talking about DeFi tokens and stuff like that, because those are going crazy. I know one counter called FIST, F-I-S-T. My goodness, this counter was at $6,000 early this year. And within 3 months, from the last 3 months, it shoot up all the way down to 80,000. It's even more expensive than Bitcoin itself. It's incredible. It's really incredible. And I can tell you this, guys, this will continue, all right? But of course, will this finally end very badly? This one I not to say, but my point is this. Token, cryptocurrency is here to stay, okay? I repeat myself many times, all right? So, but of course, this morning, we just saw Bitcoin coming off. Now, I have been very bearish with Bitcoin recently, and from 65,000, I've been calling for sell. At 655, call for sell, and even 50,000 yesterday, I still call for sell. Now, why am I so bearish? Now, because seasonal pattern itself is one of them, but the most important thing is that the reason why the cryptocurrency market is going up all the way was because of the easy monetary policy. So what happened is very simple. Imagine your bank allows you to borrow money at a 0.25% interest rate. And you know that the cryptocurrency can give you easily 5, 10, 15, 100% gain. So if anybody background is decent enough and is able to withdraw some money out, they will go and borrow money and from the bank and take all this money and put into the stock market, gold, and crypto. Now, obviously, it's not right. You put it in crypto, you put it in stocks, you're gonna make money, right? Stock market is up by 24% from year start to now. Okay, crypto market is going beyond that itself. So of course, it makes a lot of sense. And every time a new token is out, right, people will jump ship from one to the other. So of course, when this type of thing happens itself, right, what do you expect to see? What do you expect to see? Of course, the market itself, right, will definitely be jump hopping, right? So of course, the last person who hold the coin is always the poor person, okay? So that's why now they're moving in more, like, you know, in the herd and stuff. one to the other, just like last time previously when people do MLM structure, they will come in huge thousands of members, they just go one by one and try to get as much as possible before the next person come in and then replace them and start to wait. So this is going to continue, and I warn you guys that I believe that this weekend we may be seeing some selling. All right, now this is not any insider news, it's just based on statistics and probability. This weekend itself, right, it's not going to be I won't be surprised there'll be some selling. Now, of course, again, I can be wrong. They may purposely push it up again. Well, I leave it there, but I'm just going to inform you, just go slow, yeah? So because of that itself, right, yesterday or this morning, Bitcoin losses accelerate after breaching key trading level. So what's a key trading level? 50,000. So this level itself, right, is a universal thing. Everybody knows that 50,000 is a psychological level. So this morning, it broke below it, and that's why the selling followed through. But of course, the level that I'm watching at is still at 42,000 to 38,000, okay? 42,000 is a technical level, 38,000 is my preferred level, yeah? So now it's at 47,000, we are 5,000 to 10,000 point away from my personal target, yeah? So this is what from Bloomberg, you can see that, right? The problem in crypto now is who's catching the falling knife. So the guy from, this guy from CIO from Grace Capital said that he's very concerned, and it reminds him of the 08 where the real estate, you know, was going crazy and after it collapsed. So of course, this is a bit really, although it doesn't make much sense because Lehman Brothers and this is totally different thing, but nonetheless, they are saying that, so everybody got their right to express whatever they feel. And of course, some people who don't think so will think that, hey, no, this is a good time to buy. Why not? It's cheap. If I'm going to see Bitcoin going to 500,000, in fact, just now I just saw Cathy Wood apparently reminded people that the Bitcoin go to 500,000. So if you're going to be going to 500,000, buying at 50,000 is cheap. So what says in my mind is that if she's so confident, might as well just sell off the entire innovation fund and then all into Bitcoin. Then she'll be very rich already, all right? So sometimes it's very easy to give you numbers on the air. But to really have any validation to it, it's a big question mark. Now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin cannot go to 500,000, but you must understand from 5,000 to 50,000, it is still within acceptable range. You understand my point, right? It's just like having your HDB. Now, if HDB itself is selling at $10,000, it's very affordable and it's able to see 100,000. But if I don't sell HDB for, let's say, $2 million, seriously, will you buy it? That's my question mark. Yeah. So that's the reason why I said that, right? A lot of times, so you have to understand the price differentials, okay? But of course, again, a lot of crypto fans are still looking at this, saying, no, this is a short-term movement, long-term, yeah? So they're all looking at minimally 100,000. Hey, I thought this year they are looking at 100,000. Now they change the next year. You see that point? Now, my forecast was 82,000 by this year, but it didn't hit. So I also wrong. But at least, you know, my point is this, okay, Rock, we accept, but you don't keep on pushing up and move the thing away. All right, don't move the goalposts in short. So this point is that they're saying that now it's still doing well. So stick with it. So my point is that, okay, everybody got their right, their own opinion, yeah? So that is a point whereby you can see this very cute cartoon here itself, right? Stock traders, when they see a 2% stock market sell off, oh my goodness, everybody headache, pain, need Panadols and stuff, and aspirin. But when crypto traders see 40%, they're like, okay, no problem. Now, the thing is this, the money is still the same US dollar, but because we're so used to 40% drop within a single day or so, or a week, then after it rebound, so people are okay with that. But you must understand, the problem is because Federal Reserve has been pumping $120 billion every month to the financial system. So if they keep on pumping, there's money available. The banks don't mind loading up because they need to earn money for themselves. So of course, no problem. But it's when the money supply stop, the question mark is, will the market actually even recover? That's my point. And this is a very concerning factor. That's why I'm saying that please be very careful, my friends. I really think that cryptocurrency market might be able to see lower level the moment things have to go out of hand with regards with the tapering, right? So yesterday itself, right? Let's take a look at my little forecast. Now, yesterday, I already warned everybody about NASDAQ. I said that NASDAQ will most likely be going down to 16,220. Now, do note, at the time itself, right, of my sharing, the NASDAQ was trading at 16,400. So the NASDAQ was trading at 16,400. and my forecast was 16,220. That's 180 points. Now, when I said this itself, right, straight away, people ask a question. How can you call for a sell on NASDAQ when the market is bullish and it's up, it's near the all-time high? I said, yes. I said that if it goes up, it will go to 16,550. I never say it won't go up, right? But I'm saying that once the market breaks MLP, all right, it will come down. So the MLP level was 16,387. It's slightly below the current price back then. Now, why am I saying that? Why we're going to 16,220? Because this is a technical point. It's an MA there. It's a moving average that is there. It's not that I make up from the air. It's really there, right in front of you. So that's the reason why, and because it's a doji directional day, so we know that if the market chooses either side, it will be a movement all the way up or all the way down. So because of all this itself, yesterday I shared with friends, I said that, look, if there's going to be any concern, the one that should be very concerned is NASDAQ counters, because they are the one going to suffer most if there's going to be any form of tapering or interest rate hike. And of course, what happened to NASDAQ? You look at it, the NASDAQ really plunged all the way down to the level that I mentioned. Really. I mean, look at it. I mean, you can backtrack all my MAOs. You can check back whether I say it's right or wrong, because I only show you the before and after, right? So I show you what I say, and I come in the next day to tell you what happened. Okay, now not every time my calls are perfect. Okay, there are some wrong calls too. But now I'm just showing to you, right, what you can use your TWB system version 5 to make money. And I said before, once the market break MLP, it will go to the next moving average if that's available. So I already tell you that, and truth be told, it really happened. Yeah. So again, if you think that I did a pretty good call on NASDAQ, please key the word NASDAQ spot on for me. That was something that I appreciate. Yeah. Okay, how about this, guys? How about this? When I tell you NIKKEI, now NIKKEI yesterday, I was adamant. I was saying that NIKKEI will fall. I think I repeated myself 5 times. NIKKEI will fall, NIKKEI will fall, NIKKEI will fall. And the number I gave was 28,514. Now again, where I get this number from? From our pivot. Our pivot, okay, is there, 28,514. And why did I call for sell? Because we have a massive stack here itself. The MLP, the MA30, the MA200, all stacked at the same level around there. Oh my goodness, it's a no-brainer. You just have to trade it. So that's why yesterday I called my friend and said, look, short the NIKKEI, put a stop loss at 50 points or whatever level you want to put, but just short the NIKKEI. And I gave them a specific figure, 28,514. And the time itself was 787. So that friend of mine said, Kel, it's 250 points from where we are now. Are you nuts about it? I said, yes, I'm nuts about it, but just go and do it. So because they are friends of mine, they know that I don't come to trading. I don't mince my words. And look at the NIKKEI. Oh my goodness. Look at it. It went all the way down. Now the 514 was only given this morning. All right. So it's technically I didn't get it correct, because the lowest it went was about 580, 590. But my friend this morning said, Kel, done already. I said, huh? Done already? Then he said, oh, it's done at 514. All right. Because they put it there. And of course, what happened to NIKKEI? Wow, incredibly at 514 rebounded. So what can I say, guys? All these are actually calls that I share with you in the morning. And of course, when you hear me repeating and repeating, I say, hey, this one can do, this one can sell, and I repeat the same thing again and again, you should know we are roughly there already. Yeah. So of course, again, some people say, okay, then they must be making a lot of money. Well, put it this way, I'm not losing, but definitely it's all right. Friends around me are making money. So but the thing is this, I want you guys to make, and all these calls that I give it's nothing new, no? All these calls that I'm giving to you are nothing new, no? All these calls are based on one principle, is following the TWB system, yeah? Okay? All right. Now, of course, yesterday we have the initial jobless claim, and I'm wrong, okay? I'm wrong. The number came out 184,000 is lesser than I expected. I expected 225, right? Or much higher. All right, so I was wrong. The number came better than expected. So the market should be up, right? Nope, the market took profit. You see, this is how the market works recently. Market good, data good, the market take profit. Data bad, the market, just go crazy the other side. And of course now, obviously, with the initial jobless claim, so much better. Now, that means that Federal Reserve got no reason to don't taper. And that was the reason why it accelerated the selling on the NASDAQ. So of course, some of you have predicted pretty near numbers, yeah? Okay, 200 and about 198 and stuff like that. Now, the closest person that was The closest was FARM. In fact, our new student, yeah, you are the closest, 189. So you miss it by 5,000. Okay, miss it by 5,000. So we only give to exact figure. Yeah, I know people have been asking me to, give and take lah, 5,000. No, it's just like, you can't say you buy 4D and then you miss like one number, just have Singapore pool. Don't do that, right? That's how you win. Cannot lah. Since we already say the rule of this game is to really get the right spot on figure. So we maintain that. So which means that now what happened? Which means that now the price has snowballed again. The price is snowballed to 12.88 ADA coin. Yay, snowball. All right, 12.88 ADA coin. All right. So when will we have the next guest? Well, I'll let you know on Monday. I'll see which data for us to take a look. Okay. So that one, we leave it there. Now for today itself, right, the core consumer price index, the CPI, is the figure to watch. Now everybody take a look, guys. Now it was at a high level in July. Then suddenly, dramatically, don't know why it dropped so much. Okay. Now, crude oil back then itself also maybe took some profit from the high of $85, came down to about nearly $65. That probably bring down the crude energy prices down. Lumber price came down, metal price came down during back then. But then again, you notice that now October, November is seemingly is going up again, and December it can be go higher. I give a suspect, I think it will go up to 0.9 again. This is my personal view, yeah. So if that happens again, I'm pretty sure the market will be very clear that they will press towards a potential interest rate hike even as early as March, which some of the professors are saying, not me, okay, professors, yeah. So let's see what happened tonight, yeah. Okay, now we're not going to have a game today. This one is very too close. All right, but I want to have a consensus here. Okay, not a game, no winning, no ADA coin given, a consensus. Okay, there are 28 of you guys online right now. What do you think? What do you think will be the number for tonight? Just key the percentage now, 0. whatever percent. This is not a game. We're not guessing it, but I want to see the consensus here. So what do you think will be the number? All right, please key right now. I get some water for myself, yeah? All right, we have some numbers coming out now. Allison says 0.7, Brian 0.3, wow, lower, okay. Eric says 0.6, Tay says 0.4, Jerry 0.8, Louis 0.7, Anthony 0.6, Susan 0.6, Vincent 0.6, Farm 0.3, wow, okay, Farm, seems that you are pretty accurate, the last one, but maybe I will trust what you say, 0.3, really, yeah? Okay, Johnny 0.5, Paul 0.4, Kenneth 0.6, Toming 0.7, Fred 0.7, yeah? Okay, so I'm actually the highest, I say 0.9. I mean, energy prices also high, so that's why maybe I may not be correct, but I'm just really trying to just fool around with numbers, okay? Anyway, this one I got no idea, I just anyhow say one, okay? But definitely, would it have effect to us? Of course there will be effect, so I'll show you the data later, yeah? Okay, so now on this side here itself, right, we can see right now the Dow Jones was incredible. Yesterday, the net change was 0.059. Oh my goodness, 0.059. My God, what the hell is this number? All right, practically I'm not even moving at all. So the Dow was down initially, then after it recovers strongly, then after that it fizzled out before ending off flat, okay, which means a doji again, right? Okay, so let's see what happened. So first of all, we have the S&P 500 NASDAQ breaking the 3-day win now. Of course, 3 days in a row, they were going up very strongly. So of course, some people say, KL, taking profit, what's the big deal? Yeah, taking profit, no big deal. Yeah, it's very normal. Okay, but now, of course, everybody says that their attention now is on inflation data. Okay, so first of all, they are saying that now the data today will be important. Okay, now the thing is this, investors are not only taking a breather, but they are focusing on the economic data to gauge whether the Federal Reserve might actually potentially faster and greater extent of the tapering. Now, I mean, let's just face it, fact and figures. It's definitely inflation. Look at where we are right now. Look at the price you're paying. No, we're not even in US already can feel that impact itself. Oh, how can that be? So, of course, the thing is this, the numbers will come out later at about 9:30 p.m. And the thing is this, we all know that, right, the market is looking at a higher level. Yeah, year on year itself is 6.7%. Huh? So the thing is this, if you're talking about including food and energy, definitely you hit past 7%. So now it's all about whether is it 30 billion or lesser. Okay, 30 billion is the minimum that I think that the Federal Reserve will do, but of course they can out or nowhere stun the market with 20 billion, then the market will be very happy. But I don't think so, because if they do that, then after that, if they want to cut interest rate itself, right, they had to quicken their pace. So unless they want to give a good Christmas to everybody, then of course they may purposely say 20 billion. Yeah, so we had to let the market decide. Okay. So the Dow Jones, we can see very clearly with a very incredible doji. Now, this is the second doji in a row. Now, I cannot remember when I see two doji side by side. Later on, we do the charting, we take a look. But definitely for sure itself, right, it's above MA200, MA30, right? So it's pretty bullish. That's why if the price come down, it would not come down much. And of course, the KSI is green. That means that when it keep market KTR -1, -2, it will be a good time to look for buying opportunity. Correct? This is what we learned, right? So let's take a look here. You see that? Beautiful, guys. The market is sideways, sideways, sideways. Then after it goes down all the way to KTR -1. And look at it. It really knows how to stay there. And of course, when the boys came in with the KSI jump, straight away, the stock market shoot up. So again, this proves that our indicator can give us a heads up on what to look out for. And as long as we follow through the rules, we should be fine. The only thing is this, we need to have the indicator with us, then can. All right. So that's why this is what's happening right now. Okay, I'll take it. I keep on hearing you citing. yeah, it's going to go. It's already going lunch break already. Yeah. Okay, go guys. So that is what is happening right now for the Dow Jones last night. Now, gold yesterday, wow, a stunner. Okay, gold yesterday was a doji, right? So we expect to be a directional day. So we are all looking forward for the gold to go higher, but apparently gold went lower instead. Now, of course, fundamentally, if there's going to be any reason for the Federal Reserve to really taper, so what will generally happen? Taper means reducing the dollar from the market. Hence, therefore, the gold price will definitely be affected. Yeah. So that's the point here is how you must understand. The fundamental is not going to give any goodness to the gold unless it's going to focus on inflation. So now the thing is this, we can see that gold yesterday was a CCRY on the buy side, but it failed to continue to go higher. And now it's actually near around the BNB area. Now for gold yesterday, it has when it goes up, your opening price was already below pivot 2, right? So below pivot 2, we know it's a sell order. So in the morning, it tested the pivot 2 and then it failed, it come back down, right? So we know, right, if it fail pivot 2 and break OP, no matter what you say, it's a sell. Below P2, below OP, no matter how, it's always a sell. I don't care about conventional indicators. I don't care what people say. To us, TWB student, it will be a sell. And of course, the MA30 and MA200 were way above us, so which means that the pressure to sell is even stronger. The only thing is that the KSI seemingly is reducing, but it's still red in color, but the blue bars are still there, and that evidently tell you that the bearishness is still in the market. So you can see very clearly now that the gold price was ding-donging at the pivot 2, but once it went below OP, right? Can you take a look? This is OP level. Once it go below OP, you can see evidently it goes down very fast to pivot KTR -1. Now, what's incredible is that look at it, the market just does seem to know where's KTR -1, and the whole night actually hangs around there. Now, intermittently, it did try to go up, just one push up. But before you can even react, it came back down again. So, of course, some people's argument is that maybe gold is about to move up. That's why it's behaving like that. Well, anything can happen. But my point is this. Remember, below OP, below pivot 2, CCYR is always a sell. CCYR, always a sell. CCYR, always a sell. CCYR, always a sell. This is something that we've been telling you guys, and evidently it's been working like a jam for the longest of time. So as long as you remember these rules, you will definitely make some money. Yeah. So yesterday, I know that some people are holding the long side yourself, right? But if you forgot, then remember this. Don't fight with classic trade, okay? This is not worth it. All right, so let's have some local and global news right now. Now, 3 charts to show you that South Africa COVID crisis as Omicron takes hold. So now there are some statistics that you. I got 2 charts for you. Take a look, not 3. Now look at it, very surprising, right? Suddenly itself, right, for South Africa, the number shoot up. Then as fast as it came down dramatically, okay? Then suddenly, right, in December, number go up again. Now, is it because of the cold weather or is it because the weather change? I don't know. But apparently, the numbers again, out of nowhere, shot up. And of course, in US, it's also happening for the COVID cases again. So in US itself, right, it's also happening. And of course, we also have an uptick on France. France is doing that itself. France is going up. So again, all these things is coming in. We all know that in December and January, that's usually where the COVID cases will go up, right? So because of the weather, right? So let's all stay safe, okay? Now, of course, this morning, very early this morning, Senate clears the way for Congress to raise the debt ceiling before December 15th. We all know this is just a piece of wayang here. Wayang means like a showcase like that. They know that they will be able to get the Congress to raise the debt ceiling. They know because they have more people inside there. It's just unless some people in the same party move away, yeah. So the thing is this: we are going to have the debt ceiling removed, lah. Don't need to see one. So that's why 14, 15 itself, right? Don't need to see. It will be that it will remove, and the day itself happened to be FOMC, right? What do you think, guys? So of course, this minority Mitch, right, already reached a deal with the leader Chuck already, and they already allowed to increase, okay? So they are not going to go through all the necessary stuff. They're going to just go and do it, get it up. And they just want to see how it goes. Yeah, everybody just kicking the can down the alley. Yeah, to see what will happen next. Now what about inflation? What about chicken rice then? Because investors brace for the highest inflation reading in the last 40 years. Now do note again, right? Now we are 6.7% higher. So if you put your money in a bank for 0.5%, you are basically shortchanging yourself. Okay? If your investment doesn't give you 6.7%, you are now performing below inflation. And that is based on the figure from the officials, yeah? Now, the thing is this, if it's going to be there, any higher will be the highest ever in the last 40 years since 1982. Now, look at it itself, right? This is really scary. Look at the numbers. All right, we were at a lower end back then in Lehman Brothers' time, and now we are much, much higher, okay? So now you must understand why is this a concerning factor, because it will spill over to the rest of the whole world. Why do I say that? So everybody know that the numbers is getting hot. Yeah, but the thing is that that's the reason why the Federal Reserve had to do tapering and then even consider the interest rate hike. But will that kill the market off? Will that rob the people away? We don't know. But we do know that many big buyers, many billionaires have already took profit. And is that an indication? I think that's good as mine, right? So in fact, it's all right. One guy, US chief economist from TS Lombard, right? Says that, right, Stephen says that the Federal Reserve may even hike as early as March itself. Okay, now these guys are all their pay grade is much, much higher than mine. So if they say that on CNBC, well, what do you think? Now, anyway, the market now is currently now is actually pricing in a rate hike during May and June. And there's a 61% of 3 more hikes coming December. So I don't know how true is this, but of course, all these are market bets, and market don't bet unless they know something. Yeah, so that's why look at our chicken rice price going up. Yeah, because now things are going to go up. All right, look at it, fueled by the rising feed costs in Malaysia. Okay, this is from September. All right, this is September data. Then after that, I found the latest one. Food prices in Singapore are expected to rise. That is updated 4th November by Tan Pin Yong, who said that itself, right? So these are our own people saying that. So that's why you realize that your cost is increasing, yeah? I'm pretty sure one day itself, chicken rice, you will find $2.50, $3, minimum $4 already. It's going to go up. There's nothing going to change, but is your pay going up? That's my question. That's why you make more money from the market. And of course, China vegetable, all right, is going up and up by 30.6%. China, with a vast land itself, but yet their vegetable price, especially the fresh one, yeah, is up by 30.6% in November, 1 year ago. My God! And of course, price of pork actually also went up. Okay, so all these are really, really hitting. And of course, we're going to go into Chinese New Year soon. Everybody will be buying more. My goodness! So you can see that international food prices are up, and we are not even starting yet. Okay, FYI. If once the moment interest rate have to hike itself, right? Market drops in value itself, right? This is going to shoot up now, my friends. The interest rate, yes, will definitely pull down inflation, but it will not be the immediate impact. It will take a while. So before that itself, right, you will have a sudden surge in inflation figures. This is part and parcel because the cost is going to be thrown to the consumer. Until the whole thing mellowed down, then it will go back to normal. So that means that we have about 3 to 6 months of really problematic high rise prices. All right, and this is going to come. And I'm not kidding you itself. You know that? Okay. So look at this now, everybody. This is all the different years versus the 2021 by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Look at the numbers. Look at it, how scary it is. Even 2020 is nowhere near to that itself. So now you understand why people are getting very worried. And of course, again, once the music stops, then all these things will surface. Yeah, that's why they say, all right, we only know who is swimming naked once the tide is, taken out. All right, so let's see how it goes. Tide retreat. Okay, important market news for references. Let's take a look now. Treasury yields dip as investors' eye on Omicron development. Now, this is actually quite interesting. Theoretically speaking, itself, right, we should see the yield going up, but instead itself, the yield actually dipped. Take a look, yeah. Now the yield actually dipped yesterday. This is interesting, but of course, overall itself, the yield from 1.68% had dropped all the way down to 1.35%. Now you notice that 1.35% is a very strong support level, and it's also a feeble figure. So that's why I felt that, right, as long as now we are maintaining fine, but once they lose the control of all this and the yield spike up, right, and all the inflation problem, concern, matters all will surface again, all right, in the market. And of course, now some of the China stocks are facing delisting risk, and Credit Suisse is telling people that, you know what, you better hedge your position. So now the thing is this, more and more ADRs are being watched, and they are looking, and the authorities looking at them to be delist from the US market itself. And of course, with that, right, we see the ETF, the Invesco Golden Dragon China ETF. My God, it tracks the US listed Chinese companies, and they lose more than 1/3 already. Now you look at it, the share price from mid-February to March have from $85 dropped all the way down to now about $55. And most likely it will continue to fall more. Now, this is something that I want to share with you from the very beginning. I told you guys, there's one way to actually use IPO to trade. And the only thing is this, don't care what happened during the day. Just remember this, on the IPO day itself, always use the closing price of its first day to gauge. So what happened, okay? Very simple. TD opened here in the morning, yeah? Then it went up first. Then it came all the way down and closed below the opening price. So that is about $14.15, yeah, for that day itself. Now, after that, the next day, the price gap up and then go higher. Now, of course, as long as it stays above the closing price of the IPO day, no problem. You stay long, it's fine. But I already tell you guys, once the market stays below the closing price of the IPO day, no matter what people tell you, how good it is, I'm telling you, it will go down. You see that? I have been very, 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 firm with this view. I've been telling you this technique itself is so good to use. It can be a course on its own and anything about it itself. All right, just remember one simple rule. As long as the market stays below the closing price of the IPO day, no matter what you tell me, I'm a seller. You understand my point? So vice versa, if the market stays above the closing price of the IPO day, then the stock is good to go. It's a very good thing to use. And how long can this be working? About 6 months, yeah? That means that 6 months later, this technique will no longer, the strength of it, the merits of it will no longer be there. But of course, from the opening price and now, 6 months should be okay. So look at it. If you shorted DD every time you recover, right? Wow, you'll be making a lot of money. Of course, it's all hindsight, but this is what I meant by using the IPO day to do gauging. And you don't see this technique available on mainstream media or anywhere, yeah? This comes from a very experienced trader. I've seen it so many times. I can tell you that it works like a gem. 99%, yeah? Okay, all right. So, of course, you can see Alibaba. Now, Alibaba has been there for many years, so you can use the same concept, right? But I tell you, Alibaba don't buy. Now, of course, when Alibaba hit 140 back then itself, people did ask me, Cal can buy. I say, look, you want to buy it for fun? Try lah. Because why the RSI is at the lower end, ma? Because the last time RSI at the lower end, the market did go up, right? So I say, you want to try? You can try. So after that, itself, right, Alibaba share goes up to $160, yeah? Then what happened? And this happened, guys. Charlie Munger. Okay, Charlie Munger. Okay, I do a grab, show that. Charlie Munger came in to buy in October. He doubled down. Wow, in October, he doubled down, right? So that was the reason why the stock gap up, for it. Okay, the stock gap up. Then after that, people have to come in, volume came in because everybody followed Charlie Munger, right? So the share goes higher. Then after that, in November, he added more position. Wow, here, huh? But the thing is that, look at the market stabilized. Then what happened? When this Alibaba came out that they're going to do the changes to the management, bang, the market gapped down immediately. And I keep saying, guys, it will go down to new low, and now it is. So the question is, where and how low will it go? I think I already told you guys, $110 is my first target, but I prefer to buy at 98. Okay, I will give you two figures. 110 is my preferred level. So you see that it really hit 110, and then it really rebounded. But once it rebounded, it came back down again. So now the thing is this, I will say that 110 will be my level to watch. I don't mind 110, but you ask me, I prefer 98. Okay, just a personal figure now. Okay, Ken? All right, so I've been very, I'm not Charlie Munger, and he's a billionaire. I'm nowhere near him, but come to chart thing itself, right? I think that we are able to show you some stuff here and there. Okay, Fred, okay, want me to show you Grab, right? Okay, why not, right? Grab is something that we are using it every day. So let's take a look at Grab. Grab Holdings, okay, let's take a look. IPO day. Oh, this is the last time it was already listed already, right? So it's not very counted, yeah? It's already Grab, right? Am I using correct? Same thing, right? So this is the day that they actually got in, right? 9 November, right? That day. Yeah, I remember. Okay, that was the day when they so-called resume in a way. So just take that day, take the closing price, put over there, and there you have it. So when the market was staying above the so-called IPO day, so-called for Grab, so-called, all right. Then after that itself, right, it stays. But once it breaks, only you see that, bang, came down already. So same theory, same thing. All right. All right, so can buy it or not, right? I don't know. I don't buy US stocks and for this Grab. But of course, you want to try, you can try. I would think that I prefer to hang on first until maybe a very point by everybody is dumping it. Then maybe yes. The good part is that the volume is quite heavy. Yeah, the volume is quite heavy over the last few days. So maybe you can try because volume heavy, price is not moving. Usually you can try. So maybe you can try try to squeeze the market at $7 or $6, squeeze a bit. Then after that, maybe we'll see a rebound from there itself. Yeah. Okay. Disclaimer. I really got no idea about Grab. Okay, just a technical level that I'm showing, and that was because Fred asked me to take a look. Yep. Okay, Fred. Clear? Now, Santoli says a few things today. I want you all to take a note. He says that right, the 4705 on S&P is a very critical level. He said that right, 4,700. The market have crossed past 5 times this month. Yeah, but it has never went past 4705. So 4705 is a very technical level that the market is doing now, like a triple top thingy. So of course they're saying if the market can cross past 4705, wow, it'll go to 495,000. I totally agree because that's a very strong resistance right now. But don't also on the flip side itself, right? If it goes down, then the selling will be quite drastic, right? So the thing is this, we have now Apple coming in the picture now. Apparently, right, the last time Apple came in, during December, the share price went up by 15%, and that motivated the entire market higher. Now, yesterday, the market breadth is kind of soft, but and pretty sideways, so there's nothing here. Now, credit side itself, right, it's also soft because no one really trading much. And the VIX itself, right, is still trading at about 20. Now, yesterday, someone did text me and ask me, well, VIX, I say about 2021 can try already. But of course, he asked me, why don't 16? I say, yeah, of course it goes 16, but that's only if the market goes there. Okay, you're asking me right now, right? I will say that if you can try, you can try current price at 2021. Yeah, you can try, but again, it's up to you. All right, so that is what I say. I'll show you the VIX right now. I thought I put the chart up. Wait, yeah, here we go. This is the chart of VIX. You can take a look, right? This is VIX. Now, VIX, the last time was high was in November. Last year, it was at 42. Then after that, in January, February was at 37, 38. Then after that, now today we hit 35 recently, right? So the thing is, based on the VIX chart itself, right, we are now actually at the support at 50 zone, right? So I feel that it's a good look for buy. So I say 21 to 22 can buy. So yesterday, some people bought at 21, okay? So would it go higher? Well, I think for it to go to 27 shouldn't be a problem, just to take as a form of a hedge trade against the US market. But of course, you say, Cal, I want to buy a very sure one, won't lose one. Okay, let me try here. This is still the best, right? 15, 16 is still the best trade itself. But of course, whether or not it will go there or not, I also don't know. Yeah, but definitely you can try at 15, 16 if you prefer to have something that is much more, safer, in my opinion. Okay, all right. So that is for you. Now remember, I told you there's two charts to take a look, right? Okay, this is the one, next one, yeah. Now, of course, I told you, right, Larry William in his video, he says that there should be an optimum buying on the 15th of December. So today is 10th of December. We are entering Saturday, Sunday, it's 11, 12. So 13, 14, 15, right? So that means that we have 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, before we see an optimum. And based on his chart itself, right, seemingly it does shows that, right, before we hit 15, the market will drop first. So let's see whether it will make sense, all right? And see whether am I correct also, because I did say 9 and 10 of the December, there'll be some profit taking, and also it coincides with Larry Williams' number. All right, now this thing is something that I want to share with you. Now, this is the one of the thing that I posted on the alternate market views. That for students who want to pay premium to read news that is not found in mainstream media. Now, apparently, this is S&P 500 index real earning yields. Okay, it means that the companies that are performing and making money. So very scary but truthful, and it's from Bloomberg. You can see it's from Bloomberg, not from any Tom, Dick, Harry. Now, apparently, it's not right. There were only 3 occasions that, or 4 occasions this time around, where the market went below 0. All right, can you take a look? Now, when would that? Now, the first time we see was back in 74 and 75. Now, that time itself was a great recession. So that's why the yield actually was in a negative position back then. Then after that, later on itself in 1980s, okay, the yield came down again. I cannot remember 1980 what happened because I was born in 1979. Okay, the one I remember is what I read it somewhere, right? 1974, the recession. So do you remember, can anyone tell me why did 1979 to 1980, why the yield go down? I don't know, I can't remember. So I didn't read. So let me know. But of course, in 1999, we know why the yield go down, right? Because there was a NASDAQ crisis. And also at the same time, SARS also came in at the same time in 2001 or 2002. So that was why the yields all go down. But remember this, when that all happened itself, right, the stock market in 1974 and 1999, all the prices came down dramatically. Then that was where the numbers are. But now we are at the high level, but the yield is at a so low level. Oh my goodness. Somehow, somewhere, it's very wrong. It doesn't make any sense at all. So let me just share with you what I have shared with them. Okay, just give me a moment here. Okay, so basically it's all right. This is the article that I sent out, okay, for those who are in my alternate market news, okay. Who knows, but it's worth noting that the real earnings yield for S&P hasn't been so deep in negative territory since 1947. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then Bank of America strategist is warning that the potential downside on the stock market. Now, there are only 4 historical instances where the negative yields actually went down and all resulted to a bear market. So, of course, now, is it going to be a bear market? I don't know, because the market is still very strong. So, without continued earning growth, stock investors will be losers in the inflation-adjusted term, undermining the so-called TINA agreement and argument, and there's no alternative to equity right now. So, in short, what we're trying to say is that, right, if the market really perform like that itself, right, once the tapering ended, right, the market will go into reality mode, and that is where things will get very, very ugly. All right. So this is what I'm going to share with you. Again, you won't see this in mainstream media, but you can see it's from Bloomberg. All right. So that means that, right, the market itself should be able to know that what may be happening in the near term. Yeah. All right. So with that itself, right, let's look at the charts. Okay. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the lemming goes. It could be different this time. Really. Oh dear, wow, so heavy. Oh gosh. Okay, now China market continue to go up very strongly. And I already tell you guys, if China markets go up, right, it will go to the 16,400. I already tell you that. So yesterday really went there, yeah. But once it hit that itself, it didn't stay up for too long. It reversed course and now it's trading below the 16,400 level. Yep, sorry. Staying below 16,400. Okay, so the thing is this, what is my view here right now? My view is this. You can see that it's very comfortable at the Fibonacci figure at 16,051 level. Yeah, very comfortable. So with that itself, right, my personal view is this. It's still above the MA 200, above MA 30. So for China market now in the near term, it shouldn't pose any threat. And I always said to you guys already, right? Actually, from the reading of the RSI, I kind of believe that there could be a bottoming out for China market, and truth be told, it really happened. Now, as long as it stays above all this technical point, I think it's pretty okay. But if it do come down and touches the MA 200 or MA 30, I think that will be a very good time to load into the market to buy. Yeah, this is what I feel. So if the market do take profit in the near term, I think that once you hit the MA 200 or MA 30, it'll be a very good time to buy into the market. Okay, so that is my view for China A50. Okay, all right, done. Now for US market today, the opening the day is also a doji. Yesterday was a doji, so 2 dojis in a row. So what can we expect from here itself? Well, based on what we are seeing right now, right, the market should be a directional day today. But from the way I look at it now, seemingly a bit difficult, right? Now there's MLP supporting it at 35,773. This morning it went down, but then very fast it recovered. So this MLP 35,773 is a strong figure. So which means that the market may not be able to go down that much, right? But of course, if the market breaks below 35,773, then of course the first level it should be going will be the pivot 2 is 35,589. Yeah, that is the figure we're looking at. But of course, if the market failed to stay up, then of course the next figure that I'm looking at, which is this 35,479. This will be the figure that I think the market should find support already. Yeah, 35,479. That is for the Dow Jones. Now the Dow Jones today, KSI is green in color, is down tick. So that means that the buying will be there, but it will not be strong. So that's why if the market stays below OP and MLP, I still think that the market will be taking down pivot to 35,589. Okay, NASDAQ. Now NASDAQ, wow, dramatic change. It's now a CCYR. CCYR means on the day chart, yellow turns to red. Today it will be a sell. But this morning, the opening price for the NASDAQ is at 16,172. So which means that unless it stays, yes, something change. If not, it's all right. Buying above OP, well, buying above OP itself, right? You can't do that unless you're doing your intraday trading. You're going to do a CCYR on a day chart, then you must wait for it to go below OP first. So now the MLP, sorry, the MA 30 is 16,204, and just now in the morning you have tested it already. So now it got itself resisted. So if the market later breaks OP, right, it means if it come down and break OP, wow, this could bring the market down all the way to here itself, and that's 16,005 level. Yeah. So watch out for this. Only if it breaks below OP, then by right you can short. Okay. But do note the KSI is definitely green, and even though it's down tick but still green, that means that the market buyers are still available online. Yeah. So be very careful with your shorting. Okay, next one, S&P 500. S&P 500 is sideways now at the moment. Same thing. You have MLP at 46.88. You haven't touched it yet, and now it's hanging around. Now the MA 30 itself is pretty near to the pivot 2. So undeniable, if the market chooses to break below OP, it should be able to come down to pivot 2 level at 46.53 level. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that will be the point I'm looking at. All right. For the upside itself, if the market stay up, then it will go towards this 47.01, and that's about 20 points away. Any reason for going higher? Well, unless I say the celebration continue, if the CPI data is weaker than expected, then of course, then people will party. Okay, so that's that. Come on now, Hang Seng. Now Hang Seng, we have a very interesting market. Now Hang Seng today, the MLP is for 24,132. The MA30 is 24,279. Okay, and of course, it's a doji direction day too. So by right, above OP will be a buy, below OP will be a sell. So the opening price this morning, you can see that, right? Okay, the market opens straight away at 23,998. Immediately it shoot up already. Right? Immediately it shot up. Okay, let me show the 5-minute chart for this. Okay, Hang Seng it opened only, right? Straight away it shot up because above OP is a buy, so it shot up all the way to about KTR plus 3. Then now after that, now it fizzled off, and now it's trading below opening price. So again, and I said before to you guys, come to doji directional day. Do remember this: the OP is the ground rule. Okay, nothing else is important. Okay. All right. So with that, now for Hang Seng, there isn't much for me to say. In the intraday, let's look at the day chart, shall we? Right, for the day chart itself, right, also doesn't have anything, but it's one concerning factor is that this Hang Seng is a higher low formation, yeah? It's a higher low formation, yeah? Higher low formation, and the KSI is red in color. So usually the market, if it breaks below the previous day low, there could be some selling, but of course this morning the market hit it, but it didn't really go down. So of course, hopefully stay there. But if any time it goes below OP, right, then I'm quite confident also that the price will go down to 23,705. Yeah. So basically take note of that. Okay, Hang Seng for Hang Seng traders. Okay, look at Nikkei now. Nikkei is down, CCYR, yellow turns to red, is currently down. It's testing the pivot tool at 28,523. Now, KSI on the Nikkei is still green, but they're looking at it to go down lower. And my personal view is this: Nikkei, if you can break 28,523, it should be able to go all the way down, to 28,061. All right. Okay, so that is a light 500 points away from where we are right now. So is it possible? Well, let's just take a look and see. Okay, so that is the Nikkei. DAX. So what happened to DAX, guys? So DAX basically came down, right? Yesterday I told you there will be profit taking on DAX, and then I said it will come down, right? And what did I say? I said it will come down to the moving average, right? And indeed, it really happened, as if that the market heard me. All right, so I mentioned to you the market will move towards the moving average because that is how it works. So now the thing is this: a moving average is where it opened itself, and now you open there and close there. So that means that this two range itself can be very, very important. So the thing is this: only if the market breaks MAO again, all right, the figure here, sorry, the technical figure, then we have some selling. Yeah, okay. But DAX is not open yet, so I'll leave it there first. Okay, so we have, thank you, Susan, thank you. Yeah, remember, yeah. Okay, so how everything all else done? Look at crude oil. Okay, now crude oil is conducting a potential zebra. A zebra is where the color change from red, yellow, or yellow, red. So what does it mean then? Well, take a look here. We have KSI is still green, and the market did a CCYR. So by right, it's a sell, but at the moment now, it's recovering. So it means a zebra formation is in. Let's say you stay there. So my view is this: when I said before, if the crude oil price coming down, most likely the stock market will come down. And truth be told, it have happened. So the same thing now over here by right itself, right? If let's say now we're looking to buy, it has to be above pivot 2 because now it's trading below pivot 2. So the buy must be above pivot 2, then you can buy. Now you buy, it's all right. It's against the principle of TWB system, yeah? Because now it's an uncertainty zone. Okay, so that's for you in terms of crude oil. All right, so I covered the US equity market. Let's now look at the gold and silver. Now gold is still pretty sideways. Now gold this morning opened at 1775.28. Okay, then after that, because of 1 cent different, okay, the omega signal no more. Okay, never mind. So 1775, right? It's the opening price. So now what we need to do is pretty simple. The market, as long as can go up, MLP is 1778. Now this is the big problem here. The market MLP is so relentless. Basically tested, rejected, tested, rejected. You can see from the screen here itself. Look at how many times the market rejected the MLP. Yeah, so many times, right? People are so scared. Yeah, okay. So now the thing is this for gold. If gold can stay above MLP 1778 and then cross 1781, then for us, the gold traders will be happy because that means it broke two key resistance. And of course, here all these numbers are targets. But on the same side itself, right, if gold really come down, CCYR, and go down, right, wow, this could be bad. 1767 will be the technical point. And of course, traders who trained by me on the whole theory, you know that you will do something else for the buy later on. Yeah, so all these things is all right. You just have to be careful because if the market follow the market, that's fine. When the market don't follow the market, then you must be very careful already. Okay, so watch out for this for gold. I give it a figure. If you go up without 1781, if really unfortunately go down, then it'll be 1767. Yeah, 1767 is a very good number, yeah, for gold. Okay, how about silver? Now silver is sideways, but you can see yesterday the silver price came down a bit more than usual. Now you basically what you call dwarf all the first few bars, but that's how it works. Again, it's how it works. And of course now what's happening here is that if the silver release continue, silver may have to go down all the way here itself at 2149 level. Yeah, 2149. Okay, all right, so that is silver. I'm still not optimistic on silver yet, so I just have to wait for a while. Yep. Okay, it's not everything we look at and see, and okay, and we buy. All right, last two will be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin is now at 48,000. I still stand firm with my personal belief. I think that Bitcoin will still go down, but the KCX is already blinking, okay? So that, again, having a mixed bag here. The KCX is already blinking, and of course, the thing is this, what we see right now is that if the Bitcoin is to go and stay below 48,000, 459, it may go all the way down to this point here at 45,932. So if the market do go down, traders can look forward to buy if you want to at about 45,000 if you want, but of course the market has to rebound. If the market, the market goes lower, as I say, if it really goes down, then of course my target is still at 38,000 to 42,000. Yeah, that will be my best bet. Okay, all right, 38,000 to 42,000. That is my personal take on the cryptocurrency space, which is a Bitcoin. Okay, last one is the Ethereum. Now, Ethereum also suffered yesterday. The high was at 44.88, and then it came all the way down to 40.068. So down 10% in a simple movement here. So from here all the way here, 10%. Okay, drop 400. So now for Ethereum, same thing. The opening price today for Ethereum itself, right, is trading below OP right now. Now MLP is on top, MA30 is on top. Okay, MA200, yeah. MA200 is way below. So for Ethereum itself, right, short term we may have some selling, but longer term should be okay. Yeah, so I suspect that what will happen is that not now, maybe later, we will see market coming down, then hit this point, and then buy for you. Okay. All right, this is what I'm looking at. If the market do come down to 38.07, that will be a lovely time to buy into some Ethereum, because that is a good time to buy because it's a chocolate bar, it's not a KCB, and of course, if everybody have been buying this and now you can buy at cheaper price, of course, it'll be worth every dollar. All right, okay, so that is the view on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like I say again, for December month, I'm very, I'm not optimistic at all. Yeah, because let me show you all. One, yeah. Wait, I think I screenshot moment. didn't show this slide here. I just show it to you right now. I think it's good time to show anyway. Okay. This is my view on cryptocurrency. I already said that back then on the 13th of November. I already said that there will be selling in December. Yeah, I say from November to December there will be selling. Only later part in January then we see some recovery, and then February will be up. All right, so is my view. For the gold market itself, I say the first week or second week of the gold will be very flat. Only from midweek, which is next week, then gold will go higher. See whether I'm right or not. All right. So all these are my little forecasts that I gave back then itself. All right, that'll be all for today. Thank you once again for waiting for me. I appreciate that. All right, hopefully you guys will make money, and watch out for the CPI data that will be coming out later at 9:30 p.m. Okay, bye-bye guys.